Okay, so hi guys. Welcome to, I think today is day 10th day, so ninth lecture, okay? So you've made it this far. First of all, congratulations. Secondly, we're done with training the model. So today what our agenda is to convert it into an application to use, okay? And like the classes before last, two of the classes we spent some time revisiting some Python fundamentals, which like if you weren't there, like I suggest like you go through them like through the internet or other resources because it's going to come in handy. But like I'll just explain you everything you have to know for this lecture. First of all, we have functions. So a function basically is defined as using the def keyword, and then you write the name of the function, and then you write any arguments that you might need inside the brackets, and then you write the function body, okay, leaving a space of 4. So this is very important because this is something we're going to be doing today. And then, yeah, so what I was talking about in context of our project, we're done with training the model and testing the model. Now we have to implement the model in our application. For that, there's this library we use. It's called Streamlit. It's very easy to make web applications through Streamlit. In fact, if you can open PyCharm, can you search PyCharm? And there'll be a PyCharm community edition on your laptops, on your desktops. Try to search that. PyCharm, like this. PyCharm. There's a search button. Oh, sorry, the laptop's opening, so I'll wait for that. If you guys have any questions from last class or any class before, you can ask me right now. If your laptops have open, just search PyCharm C Community Edition, and then just open this. Just in the search thing. So this is, you have to search on your desktop, not on Google, okay? So the like the Microsoft, whatever this is, you see here, yeah. PyCharm C. So yesterday we tried using Spider, but the thing is I haven't worked with Spider before, so I'm not sure how exactly it works. So then I downloaded PyCharm in all of your devices so we could use that. I'll just wait for it. Don't press the same button again and again because then it will start hanging. Yeah, in this search button. Yeah, just type PyCharm Community Edition. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. It's right here. Okay. Just open PyCharm Community Edition. It's on the desktop. Another thing you might want to open is try to locate this file in your new volume. I don't know which it is, but you have like a new volume on your PC, and then after that go to main.py. Maybe it's okay. After that go to student underscore. So inside a folder known as student underscore performance underscore prediction, there'll be something called a main.py. Don't open that file, just locate it and then let me know. So this is what this is an IDE. which means it's an integrated developer environment. So unlike Jupyter Notebook, this has everything you want to like create a project and even like deploy. Deployment means getting like a link for the project so that anyone on the internet can use that project, right? If it's not working for you, you can sit here. You can also sit this side. Okay, so even like Spider that we used yesterday, that was an IDE, which means integrated developer environment. So when you're coding, you're a developer, right? So this is an environment meant for you. This has all the everything you need to like even like make a full project. Okay. Um, don't. My advice is don't press on the same thing again. Okay, you can even sit here. This is working. Yeah. Uh, just click on that box and click on continue. Don't send or send, doesn't matter. Don't send. Yeah. Okay. So here, like even after this, if you want to create a new project, you can go to the new project and create a new one, and it's very easy to do that. But for now, because we're doing a project that is like very specific and that has some code which you will not be able to understand, so I've provided a file. Just try to look for main.py, go to your new volume, then yeah, go to new volume, all of you, student performance prediction, and then just locate main.py. Don't open it because we have to open it as a new project in PyCharm. Okay, so just look at it, like just see where it is, and don't open it. Then I'll come and then I'll help. Okay, in your file explorer, so you can close PyCharm now. Try to look for a file. Don't sit over there. Those laptops don't have PyCharm. Student performance prediction, yeah. So you see a main.py, don't open it, don't open it. Now try to right click on main.py. Now I want to open it, but as a project in PyCharm. So see how that is going to work. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. One second. Let me just see if it's opening for her. Yeah, more apps. Go to no. Yeah, more apps. Yeah, and PyCharm Community Edition. Now, okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. So wait, it's loading. Yeah. So you have a file, right? So we just have to open it with PyCharm. More apps. Then you do PyCharm Community Edition, and then you do OK. Trust project. Yeah. Trust project. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Main.py. Open it with PyCharm. Right click. Right. No. Don't open it. Don't open it. More apps. More apps. Now PyCharm Community Edition. Yeah. Okay. And if it says anything about like trust project, just click on trust project. Yeah, trust project. I'll give it some time, it'll load. So this is just yesterday's code, but we're doing it on PyCharm instead. Okay. Sorry? Spider is also the same thing. If you want, you can use it, but I don't know exactly how to use it. So I was more comfortable with PyCharm, so that's why. Yeah, for me, yeah. Because I'm used to this. Okay, so yeah, hopefully all of you see some code right now in main.py. Do you see some code? Do you guys see some code in main.py? Right? So anything that has a hash, like a hashtag in front of it, guys, attention please, all of you, yeah. Anything that has a hashtag in front of it is a comment. What a comment is, it's a line that is not executed by the computer, so it's just for you to understand the code. Okay, so this is not code, this is just stuff that I've written to help you understand what the code means. Then we have you'll see different functions there. There's a predict performance function, I think. There's a predict student performance function, and there's a main function. Okay, now just keep the, okay, can you just close this tab? So this also has different tabs. So PyCharm will also have like different tabs. On top you can see main.py, right? And maybe there's like another tab for like welcome to PyCharm. Close that tab and go to your main.py. Yeah. Now can you try to look for a terminal? Click on the three dots. Wait. Uh, Cancel this. Yeah. Configure Python interpreter. Wait. So first we need to add an interpreter to run our project, right? So let me just fix that. Oh, virtual Panda environment. I'm not sure which one will work. System interpreter. Okay, hopefully this works. No, try to do system interpreter. One second. Uh, okay, yours is working. Oh wait, no, it's not. So at the bottom, you see there's a no interpreter for some of you, right? Click on this. Yeah, click on this. One second. There's something. Why is it doing this? Add new interpreter. Hopefully this works. Okay. Yeah. So we will add. Okay, there's a no interpreter. Just click on that. No interpreter. Add new interpreter. Add local. Now go to system side mein, there's virtual and go to system interpreter. Okay. Okay. So this is basically whenever you need to run like code, you need to have it through an interpreter which converts it to binary, and then the computer can understand it. Okay, sorry, one second. Now you just need to look for a terminal. Yeah. Sorry. No interpreter, add new interpreter, add local interpreter, system interpreter. Just wait for it. Okay. Sorry. Um, it's taking a lot of time. I'm so sorry for that. But then you, if you see a search button somewhere, try to find a terminal. Enter TER. Once again, I'll come to you, but see, like somewhere on top here, there's a search button, like something like this, inside the inside PyCharm. Okay, you have to click on that and try to search for a terminal. Yeah, and the first option you see, which has Alt plus F12 written on it, yeah, just open that, and then wait for it. Yeah, so now we will do Streamlit. So we're using our library. And the name of the file. Okay, just wait for it to. Okay, no, wait. Sorry, why did you go back? Changes have been made. Okay, so you got this over here, right? Streamlit. It will come. Why has it started debugging? Uh, Streamlit. Is there run and the name of the file? You just wait for it now. Don't press anything. Yeah, terminal. Open that. Yeah, first one. Now wait for it. Yeah. So now you will use Streamlit to run your application. Okay. So just type Streamlit, this same spelling. Streamlit. Yeah, over here in the terminal. Then run. Leave a space. Not that many spaces. Go back. Don't press it again and again because then it will not work. Okay, I think it's not working because too many people are using it at the same time and this is like a very heavy program to run. So can two people share one system? Over here, can two people share a system? Maybe then it will work better, okay? Uh, okay, you have to write everything in one line. You have to write Streamlit run. Wait, so in the terminal, you all have to write this line, Streamlit, and it has to be like exactly right. Run main.py. So this will run your file. Okay. Is it not okay? Okay. Just leave. Just do enter, and then it will work. It's about to work. Now this is your app. Okay, it's running, but it does not have anything yet. Except like, okay, so the model has been loaded. Now we just need to code the remaining app. Okay, can two of you share this laptop? It's now just enter when you get the email thing. Now wait for it. Now wait, it will happen. It'll happen on its own. So this is your running application. Let it run completely. So it's taking a lot of time because you're literally creating an application and having it run on the internet. Okay, so the model has been loaded successfully. So now you just need to code the rest of the application. Okay. Um, yeah. So see, the application is running, right? So okay, now you can see an application, right? Go back to PyCharm. You can close this tab if you want to. Close this tab and go back to PyCharm. So this is where we'll code, and just to see if our code is making any changes, we will use it. We will run it on the web. Okay. So this is a very like computationally intensive task. That's why I'm saying two people share a laptop. Okay. Now, when I showed you the system, student performance system, you saw that there were. So this was the student performance system. Let's say. So this was the heading, which you can see right now. Now you have to code the other remaining blocks, right? Like R's or question papers or extracurricular activities, right? So this is what you have to code. So for this, remember you have to take user input. Yeah, come in. Good morning. So here you have to take user input, right? So can you write the code to take user input in your main function? You see a def main, right? So after like, for example, st.title, which gives you the title, try writing the code to take input for all our fill in, like all our blanks. There was an R's first, right? Then there was a question papers practiced. Then there was extracurriculars. What else was there? Okay, I'll come to you. I'll teach you. Let me just give them a task. There was R's, question papers practice, extracurriculars, and sorry, sleep. Yeah, that's sleep hours. Oh, sorry, hours studied and hours slept. Right? So you just have to take the user input for all of this right now. That's like the simplest program that you'll make. Just do this. Yeah. Because you've done run main.py streamlit. That's why I'm saying two people share a desktop because this will take a lot of time otherwise. So you have to go back to PyCharm where all the code is written. So this main.py, it can be anything. Just cross one of this, cross this one, just open this one. Yeah. Now you have to work on the code here. Okay. Okay. So you see, these are like like this is some preliminary code that I've written. This is just the code to get the model, which is like a little bit complex. So I thought I should do it on my own and then give it to you. Let me just okay, just wait. It's going to take a lot of time, but you just have to be patient. Okay. Yeah. So if we go to the top, we've imported some libraries. Streamlit is to make the application, and this is the file path of our model. Okay, this is our model file. Then we try to open the file, and if it gives some error, then it tells us what the error is. This is basically the code for that, but you don't have to know that. Okay, now this is a function in which you will be writing the code later. It will basically take all these values and ask a model to make a prediction. Okay, you just have to use model.predict and give in all the values, but you will be writing this code. Then there's a main function. So this function executes automatically when the system runs. So for example, there's already an example of how to take the user's input, right? So when the system runs, you have to take the user's input. That's the main task, right? The user gives an input, and then based on that, the model makes a prediction. So you just have to write the input function for all the other fields like R studied, question papers practiced, extracurricular activities, right? So just do like extracurricular activities equals input, and then whatever is your input. Okay, so just try to do that. Yeah, yeah, like this. Yeah, yeah. So you just have to open. So yesterday we were using Spider, right? Yes. But I'm not very familiar with Spider, and we were having problems with running the application. So that's why I tried to download PyCharm, which is something that it's something like Spider, but I'm very used to it, so it's easier for me. Yeah, that's just what we did yesterday. So you have to open student performance. There's a main.py file. We will open it using more apps, using PyCharm. Trust project. And then you see all the code from yesterday is here. Now we just need to take the user's input in the main function, okay? And let me like show you what our project looks like right now. So if you search, right, for a terminal here, which is what we were looking for yesterday, but we could not find. So here it's easy to find. You look for a terminal and wait for it to load. Yeah. Now write Streamlit, which is the thing we're using, the framework we're using to make the application. We will ask it to run our Python file, main.py. Okay. It'll take some time because, okay, okay, no interpret. So first you have to set an interpret. Are you sharing? Don't press on it again and again, okay? Just go to PyCharm. You have all your code? Or don't press it again. Just wait for it. Or you can share. I'll try to run run main.py. It's like it's downloading everything right now, so it's taking some time. So the lesser laptops this is working on, the better. That's why I'm asking all of you to share. Okay, did you write the code for the input? Okay, you just need to work over here. Don't cross this. We need PyCharm, right? Background tasks are running. Okay, you've opened photos. See, like some processing is happening here. Okay, so this is very like heavy on processing. That's why I'm asking you to share laptops. Just close this tab. So the less tabs we have open, the better. Close this for now. Now the main function is already here. You just have to take input here. Okay. So just take the input for extracurricular activities or for. So in case someone's confused, yeah. So this is how you take inputs. For example, if you want to take the input for hours study, then you'll just do like you'll create a variable called hours, and in that you will enter the user input. For example, like enter the number of hours or whatever you want to write. Okay, so this is how you take input, and you have to do this for basically all of these. So hours studied, question papers, extracurriculars, hours slept, all of these you just have to take an input. Now, see, it's because it's the first time it's running, that's why it's taking so long. Just wait for it. Yeah, sorry. Inside the main function, over here. See, one example has already been done for you. So this is the main function. Everything that is indented is inside this function. So everything runs when the main function runs. Okay, so just, okay. Now can you try to run this? Yeah. Not like this. So when I say run it, you have to use Streamlit run main.py, okay, because you'll be using a special library to create like a different app. So now, for now, it's just like updating everything. So that's why it's taking some time. Just close this. Close the running program. No, no, no. Don't press on anything again. Now try to look for your terminal. No, not here. This is not your terminal. This is your output screen. So go to the search and look for your terminal. Just it's taking very long. Yeah, this is your terminal. Now wait for it to load. Yeah, so can you go to your um, wherever you open this Microsoft Drive? Can you try to load this again? Yeah, wait. Where's your title? Go to PyCharm. Look for, there was an ST title somewhere. Okay, it is still here. Okay, but it's not taking any of the input, and it will not take any of the input. That's the reason. Because when you, okay, now I'll just explain to everyone. Okay, wait for me. Now, if it's not working, there's one thing we can do. We can like not do it on separate laptops, and like I'll just do it on a laptop and then show you. Okay, so that's probably what we're going to have to do. So which laptop do you want to do it on? Okay, so can everyone just like gather around and, yeah, let me just explain to you, and then if you want, you can try it on your different laptops. Yeah, so everyone just like gather around. Sorry. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, this, you have your app. Now we look for terminal, which is how we run all of this on a terminal. Then I want to see like what happened when I gave it the input. Right? Is it showing on my app? Yeah, it's Streamlit. Shantanu, if you want to join, you can too. So I'm just showing them how to write the code, and then we can Streamlit run main.py. Right? Just wait for it. It will take a lot of time. Yeah, but see, this is working right now. Right? Model is loaded successfully, but we can't see the input, right? We just asked this to take an input, but we can't see the input. That is because Streamlit has its own like set of rules. So even when you see, if you run the program, the Streamlit program doesn't run on its own. It has its own separate rules, right? So I want to see what those rules are. So I will go to the documentation. While it is running, uh, let me just tell you that the way to take input is a little different. So we do, um, sorry, yeah, we do text underscore input. Input, and then we write a enter the number of hours. Okay, and see, like whenever you're trying to run a program, just see if there's a red mark here. That usually means that there's an error in the program, and it will literally tell you what the error is. So you can go to that line number and fix it before you run the program. Okay. Um, so just like this, you have to write it for all the other values, right? Now let me explain to you. Once we get the values, how will we use it to predict? Now we have once we get all the values that the user predicts, like all the user enters in our hours extracurricular activities, now we have to use it to make a prediction, right? For that, we will use a model file, and we will use this function, predict student performance. So this function, what it is going to do, it's going to take in all these parameters. For parameters are basically you can give it any value when you call it. We're writing Python code, and basically Jupyter Notebook can't compile all that code and run it. Like we can't use Streamlit with Jupyter Notebook. But see, we have like a web application here, right? It's something on the internet. You can get a link for it. You can share it with your friends, right? So for that, we need PyCharm. Streamlit is a library that we're using to, because normally if you write Python code, it doesn't create a web application out of it. It only, like, you can only, like, if it you give it input, it'll only ask you for the input on the terminal, and then it'll run that code. So that's why we're using Streamlit to create a web application. That's why even when we give our text input, if we want it to run on the web and not a terminal, we have to use st.text underscore input. Okay. The only problem is because it's like so complex, it creates a whole web application for you. That's why it takes a lot of time to run. Okay. Um, yeah. So you have your extracurricular activities and everything here. Then you will try to predict it, right? So for that, we have this function predict student performance, which like I've written for you. So all it takes is you can give it any value for extracurricular activities, hours studied, hours spent, previous course. Like so there are two parts to a function. Sorry, which file is connected to this? No. So this is, we basically, there are two parts to a function. Function definition, when we define it, like what the function will do, and function calling, when we want to use that function. So we will use this function when the user clicks the predict button. Okay. So it now inside this function, we just have to write functionality to help it predict using all the values that we give it. For that, if you remember, there was a model.predict that we used in our model. And let me just see what the name of our variable is. It's model, right? This is where the file is being stored. So then we just have to give it all our values, like extracurricular activities. Right. So these are all like variables. Whenever you call the function, you will be giving it like whatever value the user inputs, and then it will predict based on that. Okay. If I run this command with like 0 extracurricular activities, 8 hours studied, if for example, if the user enters 8 over here, it will be stored in hours, and we'll just send this hours to this function. Okay. Um, extracurricular underscore activities. hours studied, and then hours spent, and then previous scores, then what else? Sleep hours, sleep underscore hours, right? Okay, one more thing is that when we're taking the user input, it will give us a string, but we want to convert it into an integer. So uh, we have to convert it to an integer, right? So we'll write an int. Right, so this will convert it to an integer as soon as we get it, because I'm writing the brackets here. Did you understand that? So all the input that it gets, it will convert it to an integer automatically. Let me just copy this. Text input. Okay, so then because we have to use integers over here, right? Let me just add. Okay, so I won't be writing the code for all of these, but if you write the code for all of these, it will work. Okay. Mm. So the thing is, I have to, if I want, now this is just how the function is defined. If I want to call it, I have to call it over here so that it works. This is when the function will work, and I have to give it the values for all of this, right? So when the button called predict is pressed, if the button is pressed, something will happen, and that you have to write inside this, okay? So let's call that function here. Why is it not? Okay, so our function will be called using the function name, which is predict underscore student underscore performance. And then we will just give it, for example, we have hours from the user, and we have, okay, first, okay, so this goes in order. So first we have to give extracurricular activities, these extracurricular activities, extracurricular extracurricular activities. Then let's give it hours. Then let's give it for now, like you will take the user input, but for now let me just give it 8 hours spent, and previous scores. See, like it's saying itself that hours spent is 8, right? So that's the parameter. Then previous score, let me give 67. Sleep hours, let me give 4. Then question papers practice, let me give 3. Okay, now we will close the bracket. Anyway, I can't fix it. Let me just see if the number of brackets is okay. Okay, let's try to run this now. One last time. What's the time? 8:42. Wait. Um, 1 second. All my progress disappeared. Model.predict. Wait, can I just show it to you on my laptop, which isn't that slow? Right. So let me open this exact file. Yeah. So this is the file. Okay. So I have like the same functions, right? Then over here, if I give it the parameters, extra curricular activities, then we have hours studied, we have hours spent. If you see, I'm just like copying all this code. Hours spent. Let me also hours spent. Then we have previous underscore score, sleep underscore hours, and question practiced. And then if I give all of this to my model to predict, model dot predict, and then everything. Okay. And over here, when I take text input, st dot text underscore input for, let's say, R studied, and I store it in my R's. I store it in R's. Okay. Um, then when I'm trying to predict, I just call the function which is predict student performance, and then I give it hours, and then for the rest, okay, first we need extracurricular activities, so let's just say 0. Then I have hours studied is hours, hours spent is 8, let's see. Previous score is like the code doesn't run, so okay, see, you see, I can type here. So R studied 3, previous scores 45, let's say. Extracurricular activities 0, sleep hours 8, sample question papers practice 3, and it will predict basically. Okay, so this is what is supposed to happen when you write all the code, but I'm like, I know that it's really irritating to work on these laptops because they don't work. But do you get the main idea of how to write the code? Okay, so that was it. So if you do this, like, your program will also be finished, and we'll be done with like our student performance prediction system. Um, but if you guys want to give this a try, you can. So just write all the other values if you want, and then it'll give you an output. So were you able to do something? What were you able to do?
When I predict, then
Yeah.
it's typing the same. Your predict is not
Not because, see, when the ST button is pressed, whatever needs to happen needs to be here. So you need to call the function over here. So the function that you made for this function is empty right now, but you have to use model.predict like this. Like this is my function. So you just focus on this line. My prediction is model.predict whatever my prediction is. Okay, like it'll store that in prediction. Let me just write this on the board. So just to give you like an ending summary, um, Yeah. So you have your def main, which is your main function which will automatically run. Here you have to write, like you have to leave a space of 4 and then write rs equals st dot text underscore input, and then you can even like just leave it blank. Then you have to write for extracurricular activities, for previous scores, and for basically everything else you have to write the same thing, st dot text underscore input. If you write this, you should see that you can take the input on the application. Then in our student performance system, student performance prediction, you have to write, like there are some parameters here. You just have to you have to get a variable known as prediction, and inside it you have to store the model's prediction. I think this is what I missed, like I didn't store the value in a variable, that's why we weren't getting an error, that's why we weren't getting an output. But inside prediction I'll just store the model's prediction based on whatever these values are, just copy them here. Okay, so this just goes here. Then the model will predict, we'll get a prediction. This prediction we will use over here. So there's inside this, there's probably like a different block for if st dot button is pressed. Okay, now if this button is pressed, then you will call this function. You will call this function, which is student performance prediction, and you will store the value that you get in a result function. Okay, result equals student underscore performance underscore prediction, and then in the brackets just all the same sorry, the all the variables that you use to take in those inputs, that is what will be in this bracket when we call the function. Then after that, yeah, when we call the function it's this, and then yeah, then after that we will just print our result. Actually, when you have to print, if you have to use Streamlit, and if you want to show it on your application, not your terminal, you will have to write st dot, or you can either write right, or if you want like a special green box around it, you can write st dot success and then your result. Okay, so this is basically like your entire application. This is sc.success will basically print the result on your application. Okay, so if you want individual help, I can help, but yeah. Enter. uh, did you write this, or is it asking you to enter? Okay, just stop, because you're running the file. We don't want to run the file, we want to use Streamlit to run the file, right? So for that, this is not your terminal. Search and look for terminal. Oh, it's still saying that. uh, Object not found. The Streamlit is not recognized. And try to do one thing. And try to do it is not recognized. Okay, one more time. Okay, base admin Let's see if your input works. Okay, there is. Oh, so this has to be st.text input, right? So this has to be st dot. That's why I was giving you enter in the terminal because you used the normal input. We have to use st.text underscore input. Okay, try to use that and then you see for all the others also. Is it working? Prediction are so this when you give these are variable names, so they don't have to be in quotation marks. Oh, so this function is already created for you, but you can also, this is fine. It's just that I think it's giving an error because there are two functions with the same name, so it doesn't understand. Just change its name to like two.
If st dot
No, that's already, it was already there, but okay, it's okay. But okay, first, your first task is to fix this. Like, what is going to happen when this function is called? The model will predict, and it will save the prediction in a variable called prediction. So first, you have to do this. So prediction uh, is equal to, and then you have to just write model, use model.predict, and then in brackets like all these values. You can also just copy paste, or you can like see, like it gives you suggestions. So it has an idea of what you want to write about and gives you suggestions. So that just makes your coding easier. Guys, I think if you don't want to do the program, then you can like leave. If you guys are done with the program, then you can leave. Yeah. st dot text underscore input, and then if you want to convert this entire thing into an integer, this entire thing will be in a bracket, and outside we'll have int. Welcome, thank you. Text underscore input. So you already have the input, right? So for now, just write st dot text underscore input like this. Yeah, yeah. So this was, see there are some errors. Let's see what those errors are over here. No, you can just click on, oh, okay, nice. So terminal, terminal.
There we have written insert numbers, how many, but here we have written number.
Over here, right? Streamlit run. That's a string, so this will just show you whatever you want to see. Like you can change it to anything. Main.py and click on enter, enter. Hopefully it gets the input. See,
Yes.
you can give the input, press on it.
Now it's
Wait.
here.
Oh, it is here. Next line.
Any
You have to input all, right? So this will take in all the numbers and it will store it in those variables, but nothing will happen after that. Nothing will happen. Like we don't get a predicted score because we've not written the code for that. We need to use these values to use the model.predict and make a prediction, right? That is like the rest of the thing. I can give you like a written version of it on WhatsApp. Yeah. Sorry. Were you able to get the input? How much were you able to do? ये तीन errors हैं यहाँ पे. So let's see. Unexpected indentation. Line number 23. So let's go to line number 23. 23. Okay, here. Right then 77. indentation nahi hai. Okay. Oh, so 1 second. So this like calls the main function. Yeah. Now it will be.
यहाँ पे
हाँ.
मैंने लिखा था जो आपने बोला था लिखने को,
क्या चीज़?
जैसे मैंने वो लिखा है आपने यहाँ पे लिखने को कहा था, लेकिन मैंने तो वेरिएबल एक सेंड करा है तो मेरे को वेरिएबल नहीं लिखना चाहिए वहाँ पे।
तो जब हम फंक्शन कॉल करेंगे
हाँ
तो उनमें यही वेरिएबल्स यूज कर देंगे. इफ यू वांट, इफ okay, that's a good point. Let's just delete this function. Okay, and now let's do the prediction over here. Okay, let's do the prediction इधर ही. ठीक है, तो prediction equals model dot predict and then सारे variables.
जो मैंने लिखे हैं।
हाँ, then also it will work. But sorry, like I feel like it was too complicated. Functions नहीं बनाने चाहिए थे because I know why the function is created. That's why it's easy for me to understand. But like I get your point. Questions, extracurricular. The thing is, it will not work because हमने सारे parameters नहीं दिए हैं. Extracurriculars and और क्या चाहिए होता है? I'm not sure, like maybe like question paper practice, let's say it's 8 for now and maybe the rest of the things are 9 and 1. But I'm not sure how many parameters there were supposed to be. Hopefully it was these many only. And then we can print this prediction also. So let's just print this prediction. Sorry. So if you have to print in Streamlit, you have to write st.success and then prediction.
वो कोर्स में आएगा प्रेडिक्शन।
नहीं, वेरिएबल नेम है ना. ठीक है. There's supposed to be another bracket here, but if I add that R, now let's try to run this. But there may be a chance that it does not work. Because we haven't given the parameter, like I didn't even see what those parameters were. So maybe like it could be an invalid parameter, but let's see. See, it's not given there. So expected 2D array, okay. So the issue is that our input that we give, like our model is used to 2D arrays. And 2D arrays are formed using these brackets. But we only have a 1D array right now, so let's just make this 2D. Sorry,